Most people believe that the more you walk after 70, the better your health will be. But what if I told you that walking too much and relying on it alone could accelerate aging instead of slowing it down? Don't get me wrong, walking is great. It keeps your body moving and your heart pumping. But if it's the only thing you do, you might be making a quiet mistake that puts your muscles, joints, and even your balance at risk. As we age, our bodies change. Those changes require a smarter, more complete approach to staying strong, mobile, and independent. The truth is, walking alone doesn't cover everything your body needs after 70. In fact, it may leave key areas of your health neglected, like strength, stability, and joint support. That's why doctors are now saying, walk less and start focusing on 5 other priorities instead. These are the habits that truly keep you energetic, steady on your feet, and protected from injury in your later years. In this video, we will break down the 5 most important things you should start doing to stay strong, mobile, and independent, well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. And make sure you stick around until the end, because the last one is something almost no one talks about, but it plays a powerful role in your long-term health and vitality. Number 1, strength training. Walking is a great way to stay mobile, but if it's the only exercise you rely on after 70, it might not be enough, and that quiet gap can become a serious risk to your health. You see, after 70, one of the biggest challenges to independence is sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass that naturally occurs with age. What many people don't realize is that walking doesn't actually do much to build or maintain muscle. Sure, it works your legs gently, but it doesn't create the resistance your muscles need to stay strong. And when muscles aren't being challenged, they begin to shrink, even if you don't notice it right away. That's why doctors now say that strength training should be one of your top priorities after age 70. It's one of the most powerful ways to prevent weakness, maintain balance, and protect yourself from falls and injuries. If you can still carry a bag of groceries without struggling, stand up from a chair without using your hands, or open a tight jar easily, that's a great sign. But if those simple tasks have started to feel harder than they used to, even just a little, chances are your muscles are gradually weakening. Take someone like Andy, 74. He walked every morning for years, believing it was keeping him strong. But over time, he started noticing small changes. Lifting a light box felt heavier. Getting off the couch took more effort. At first, he thought it was just normal aging. But during a routine checkup, his doctor explained that muscle loss doesn't just happen passively. It happens faster when your muscles aren't being actively trained. So Andy began adding light strength exercises into his routine. He started small. Resistance bands, bodyweight squats, and lifting simple household objects. Within a few months, he felt a noticeable difference. His energy improved, his movements felt steadier, and everyday tasks became easier again. The good news is that strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights at a gym. It can be as simple as using resistance bands at home, doing bodyweight squats, or even pressing your hands against a wall. For instance, you can start with 10 to 15 repetitions of each exercise, gradually increasing the number as you get stronger. The key is progressive resistance, challenging your muscles just enough to keep them active and engaged. And the benefits go far beyond just physical strength. Studies have shown that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to longer life, expectancy, better mobility, and even improved brain health. In fact, regular strength training can help prevent or manage conditions like arthritis, osteoporosis, and diabetes, and it can also enhance your ability to perform daily tasks and maintain your independence. If you're wondering where your strength is right now, Try this simple test. Sit in a sturdy chair. Cross your arms over your chest, then stand up without using your hands. Can you do it easily, or does it feel like a struggle? If it's hard, it might be time to start rebuilding your strength. The earlier you begin, the more progress you can make. It's never too late to start. Strength training can reverse muscle loss, improve your balance, and help you stay independent for years to come. So, if you've been relying only on walking to stay fit, consider this your wake-up call. After 70, protecting your muscles is one of the most important things you can do for your health, your confidence, and your freedom. Number 2, balance and stability. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't improve your balance, at least not well. And most people don't think about it until it's too late. After 70, one of the biggest threats to your safety isn't weakness or illness. It's falling. In fact, falls are one of the leading causes of serious injury in older adults. And many of those falls don't happen because of weak legs. They happen because of poor balance. It's easy to assume that if you've been walking your whole life, your balance must still be fine. But balance isn't something that stays sharp automatically. Like muscles, it fades if you don't train it. And walking simply doesn't engage the tiny stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core the way balance-specific exercises do. These exercises, which include standing on one foot, heel-to-toe walking, and leg raises, are designed to challenge and strengthen these muscles, improving your balance and reducing your risk of falls. When those muscles weaken, your reflexes slow. You become more vulnerable to missteps, uneven sidewalks, or sudden shifts in movement. Even a minor stumble can lead to a fall that takes months or even years to recover from. Think back for a moment. Have you ever stood on one foot to put on a sock and found yourself wobbling? Or reached for something high and felt unsteady? Many people don't realize their balance is slipping until they have a close call that shakes their confidence. That's precisely what happened to Charles, 75. He was always active and took pride in walking every day. But one afternoon, as he stepped off a curb, his foot landed at an odd angle. He lost his balance. Thankfully, he caught himself in time. But that single moment made him realize just how vulnerable he had become. Afterward, Charles spoke with his doctor, who recommended adding simple balance exercises to his routine. He began standing on one foot near the kitchen counter, shifting his weight from side to side and walking heel to toe in a straight line. Within a few weeks, he noticed a difference. His movements felt steadier. He felt more confident, both in his body and daily life. The best part is that improving your balance doesn't require any special equipment. It can be as simple as lifting one foot off the ground while brushing your teeth or practicing slow weight shifts while standing near a sturdy surface. If you'd like to test your balance today, try this. Stand near a counter or chair and carefully lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold that position for at least 10 seconds without grabbing onto something? If not, that's a sign your balance might need some attention. The good news is that small daily movements can bring big improvements over time. Balance is one of those things you don't think about until it's gone. But training it now can help you stay upright, confident, and independent for years to come. So if walking has been your main form of movement, it might be time to go one step further and train your body not just to move, but to stay steady with every step. Number 3, flexibility and mobility. Walking keeps your legs moving. But when it comes to staying flexible, it doesn't do nearly enough, and that matters more than most people think. As we age, our joints naturally stiffen, our muscles and connective tissues tighten, and little by little, the range of motion we once had starts to shrink. Movements that used to feel easy, like bending down to tie a shoe or turning your head while backing up the car, begin to feel slower, tighter, and more restricted. Many people don't realize that this loss of flexibility isn't just a normal part of aging. It's something that happens faster when we don't actively work to prevent it. While helpful for circulation and endurance, walking doesn't stretch or rotate the joints through their full range of motion. It's a linear, repetitive movement, and that leaves major areas of the body, like the neck, hips, shoulders, and spine, untouched and at risk of gradual stiffening. This is precisely what happened to Walter, 77. He still went for walks around the neighborhood every morning, but over time, he started feeling stiffer in his body. Getting out of bed became harder. When he reached down to pick up something off the floor, he noticed he had to bend his knees more than usual, and when he turned to look behind him, his neck didn't move as easily as before. At first, he brushed it off. Just getting older, he told himself. But during a visit to his doctor, he learned that the discomfort wasn't inevitable. It was the result of his joints not being used fully, and that meant there was still time to change it. He began adding gentle mobility work into his routine, simple neck rotations, controlled shoulder rolls, and light dynamic stretches in the morning. Within a few weeks, he noticed real improvements. He moved more freely, his posture improved, and even the act of putting on a jacket felt easier again. If you're wondering whether your flexibility is starting to decline, here's a simple test. Stand or sit tall. Slowly turn your head to one side, then the other. Do you feel tightness? Does one side move more easily than the other? If it doesn't feel smooth, it could be a sign that your range of motion is starting to shrink, and now is the perfect time to do something about it. You don't need to spend hours stretching to feel better. In fact, short sessions done consistently can work wonders. Movements like gentle yoga poses, slow spinal twists, ankle circles, and knee-to-chest stretches can keep your joints lubricated and your muscles loose. The benefits go beyond just physical comfort. Improved mobility means fewer aches and pains, better posture, stronger circulation, and a reduced risk of falls, because when your joints move better, your whole body responds faster. Most people wait until they feel stiff before doing anything about it. But the truth is, staying flexible after 70 is one of the best ways to preserve your freedom. The ability to move easily helps you stay independent, whether you're reaching for something on a shelf, stepping into the bathtub, or turning to greet someone with a smile. So, if walking is your main form of exercise, it's time to think bigger. Add just a few minutes a day of gentle movement to keep your body supple and strong. Flexibility isn't just about feeling loose, it's about moving through life with ease, confidence, and less pain. Number 4, core and posture. Walking is excellent for keeping your legs in motion, but it doesn't do much for one of the most important parts of your body, your core. As you get older, a weak core can quietly cause more problems than you might expect. Your core isn't just about abdominal muscles or looking fit. It's your body's center of stability. It supports your spine, helps you maintain good posture, and even plays a key role in your balance and breathing. When your core weakens, you might notice more than just back discomfort. You might also feel less stable, less upright, and less energized overall. Many older adults experience chronic back pain, slouched shoulders, or difficulty standing for long periods without knowing why. But the truth is, much of that discomfort often stems from a lack of deep core engagement. Walking, while good for general activity, simply doesn't target those stabilizing muscles enough. That's exactly what happened to Sophia, 76. She went for walks nearly every day and stayed active around the house. But over the past year, she noticed her shoulders were starting to round forward. Her lower back ached more often, and her posture didn't feel as strong as it used to. Even breathing deeply felt harder at times. During a routine checkup, her doctor explained that posture and core strength are deeply connected. Without proper support from the core, her spine had begun to compress and shift, leading to strain and fatigue throughout her body. The solution wasn't to walk more. It was to activate the muscles that walking doesn't reach. So Sophia started practicing a few gentle posture resets. She began with pelvic tilts while seated, simple abdominal, bracing exercises, and standing tall against a wall to retrain her body's alignment. At first, it felt unfamiliar. But within a few weeks, she noticed less back pain, better posture, and even deeper, fuller breaths. If you're curious about your posture, here's a quick test. Stand with your back against a wall, heels, hips, shoulders, and head touching the surface. Can you maintain that position comfortably? Or does it feel like you're forcing yourself upright? If it feels unnatural, that's your body telling you your postural muscles may need support. The good news is that improving your core doesn't require a gym or complex workouts. Just a few minutes a day of intentional movement, like drawing in your lower abs while sitting, lifting your chest while standing, or gently rotating your torso, can help strengthen your spine's support system. A strong core does more than reduce back pain. It improves balance, helps you breathe better, and lifts your entire posture, making you feel taller, younger, and more confident in your ability to carry yourself. So, if you've been focusing only on walking, now is the time to look inward. Support. The part of your body that holds you upright, keeps you stable, and helps you move through life with strength and grace. Number 5, joint protection and low-impact movement. Walking is one of the most accessible and natural ways to stay active. But if it's the only form of movement you're doing, especially after 70, it could quietly be wearing down the very joints you're trying to protect. As we age, the cartilage that cushions our joints begins to wear thin. The natural fluids that keep joints lubricated start to decrease. Our body's ability to absorb shock from repetitive motion, like walking, isn't as strong as it once was. That's why many older adults experience aching knees, stiff hips, or discomfort in the feet, even if they've stayed active their entire lives. It's not that walking is bad. The problem is the repetition, step after step, day after day, on joints that are already losing some of their natural protection. Without variety or support, those joints can begin to ache, swell, or become more sensitive over time. That's what happened to Patricia, 74. She was proud of her daily walks and believed they kept her fit. But over time, she started noticing stiffness in her knees and tightness in her lower back. At first, she thought it was just normal aging. But when the discomfort lingered even after resting, she spoke with her doctor. What she learned surprised her. Her walking routine wasn't hurting her, but it also wasn't helping her joints recover and stay strong. Her doctor recommended adding joint-friendly, low-impact activities to her schedule, movements that kept her active without placing the same pressure on her knees and spine. So Patricia started mixing things up. She swapped walking for swimming, laps at her community center a few days a week. She tried gentle cycling on a stationary bike. On mornings when her joints felt a bit stiff, she followed a short chair yoga video online. Within a few weeks, her pain started to ease. Her joints felt more supported, and she still enjoyed the benefits of regular movement without the soreness. If you're wondering how your joints are doing, here's a simple test. Sit down in a sturdy chair, then slowly stand up without using your hands. Pay close attention to how your knees and hips feel. Do they move smoothly, or do you notice stiffness, cracking, or discomfort? If so, your joints may be asking for more care and more variety. Low-impact movements can be powerful. Swimming allows your body to move freely without pressure. Cycling keeps your joints in motion with minimal impact. Tai Chi improves control and coordination while being gentle on your frame. Even simple chair-based stretches can boost circulation and relieve tension. The goal isn't to stop walking altogether. It's to be smarter about how you move, especially if your joints are already showing signs of strain. By adding low-impact alternatives, you give your body the chance to recover, rebuild, and move more comfortably over time. Protecting your joints now means preserving your ability to move freely later. It's not just about avoiding pain, it's about staying mobile, independent, and energized for the years ahead. So, if you've been walking every day and wondering why you still feel sore, it might be time to shift your routine. Not stop moving, but move better. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. If walking has been your only exercise after 70, you're not alone. It's familiar and straightforward, and it feels good to stay active. But your body needs more than just steps to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free. Doctors now recommend focusing on 5 key areas that walking alone doesn't fully support. First, strength training, to fight muscle loss and stay physically capable. Second, balance exercises, to protect yourself from dangerous falls. Third, flexibility and mobility are needed to keep your joints moving smoothly and prevent stiffness. Fourth, core and posture support is needed to reduce back pain, improve breathing, and make it easy to carry yourself. And fifth, joint-friendly movement to protect your knees, hips, and spine from wear and tear. These aren't complicated changes. They're small, intentional shifts that can bring big results over time. And the truth is, it's never too late to begin. No matter your age, your body can still get stronger, move better, and feel more like yourself. So ask yourself, which of these 5 areas do you feel you've been neglecting the most? Is it your strength, your balance, your flexibility? Consider one simple habit you could add this week to support that area. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below and let me know which part resonated with you most, or what you plan to try first. Your story might inspire someone else. If you haven't, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with someone you care about. Your support helps us keep creating thoughtful, practical content for those who want to age well with strength, clarity, and purpose. Because here at Live Long Well, we believe it's not just about living long, it's about living well.